Well, today I have a fretboard. Move the camera back a little bit here. There we go. I have a fretboard that I want to put on here, but I can't do so until I'm finished with the neck. I have to build a neck to put the fretboard on it. So what I have here is a gathering of several different species of wood. I have for the, just to give you an idea, it's going to be a larger head, obviously. So I somewhat using the old P-base head as a kind of a sample size. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I know that it's going to flare out, of course, more than the neck itself, so I'm adding these two little components here. So I got these two, and then I have these two are a maple, because they're denser, and then it'll hold up better for the strength of the head. Then I have these two pieces of Indian mahogany, and then right in the middle, a piece of pine that came out of an old vintage table. And so right now we're just going to glue all of this together, because that's what we do. So I'm just going to glue. I'd always rather have more glue than not enough glue. I mean, if the glue squeezes out, big deal. You know, you can wipe up extra glue, but if you don't put enough glue in, you can't fix a bad joint. And I've always been kind of a sucker for glue. It's the truth is, glue is stronger than the wood itself. It's just a fact. I've tested it. I've glued joints between woods. The only time that the glue is not stronger than the wood as a joint is when you connect two boards like end grain to end grain with glue. Of course, that's not going to be as strong as a normal board. But if you do take a whole bunch of glue and you spread it around on two pieces of wood and you connect them side to side like this, and then you get in there and you try to tear them apart or break them with a hammer, you'll find that it usually breaks on the wood itself, not on the actual glue line, because glue is strong. It's good stuff. So I'm going to put this on here, and then wait a minute, what was I thinking? Oh yes, okay, that's of course. So that goes on there, and then this goes here, and I'll actually have to put a little bit on the other side of these where they meet the head. I'll show you what I'm doing here. On both sides here. I'll just put a smaller bead since there's probably plenty of glue to go around on this one. Okay, then this will go like that. Actually, I could put it like this and just have a little extra glue, just to make sure. And this will go like so. Bink. Okay, so now just want a little bit of glue on here to make sure that it's really glued. And try to wipe off as much of the excess glue as I can. And then I'm going to flip it down. Put a little glue in there and do the same thing. There we go. Nice, nice. Move them around a bit to make sure that the glue is everywhere and consistent and spread around. Glue, my favorite. Alright, now I'm going to go to town. I'm going to do my connections. So, the first thing we need to do is make sure that everything is flush, or as flush as possible. Make sure it's all pushed down well. Okay. Step 1 complete. Now I lock these together. And I'll lock these together. Oh, come on now. You can do this. Don't be tricky. Perfect. Then we wipe off some of the excess glue as we go. And there will be lots of it. Right, Lucy? Aren't there lots of glue, huh? I'll fold this thing in half. Minimize the glue. Oh yeah, lots of good stuff here. And I do try to use as much glue, like I said, as possible, but I also try to get off as much glue as possible whenever I can. Alright, so now that we've got that, do one here. One here. Even when it looks tight, it's often not tight. You gotta keep squeezing. Keep on squeezing. And more glue will keep on coming out. Oops. Nope. Not there. Right there. Yep. Oh, come on, you fucker. Alright, it's not wanting to come up where I want it. There we go. Alright, now it's flush on the bottom, and that's what matters the most. Top's going to be ground down anyhow. Alright, I think we're good now. I'll add a couple more clamps in a moment, but I just wanted to give you the general outline of the project here and how we did it. So, now we've got a whole crap load of clamps, but I think we've done the job we need to do. Alright. Now I have a couple of more clamps that are C-clamps, which I actually prefer, but come on. Here we go. Even though it seems like it's clamped enough, see? We keep getting more. So I'm just going to put one more. tighten this up a bit too. A little bit. All right. More. See? Just keep getting more and more glue out. Good deal. Cool. And I think we're good now. I've used all the clamps I have. I feel good about it. So that's how you do that. And that's going to be a beautiful neck.